Hello and welcome to Supergroup, a podcast where I talk to local songwriters and musicians about the artists who have influenced their music, and together we recruit famous musicians to form the guest's own supergroup. The guest chooses a drummer, bass player, a keyboard or rhythm guitarist, a lead guitar, and then finally a singer to duet with. I am your host Neil King, and my guest today is local singer-songwriter Joey Wylde. Hi Joey.
Hi, how's it going? You alright?
Yeah, very well. Thanks for joining us.
No worries.
First ever episode.
First ever episode.
It's exciting,
yeah, very looking forward to it.
What an honour it is, eh? Okay, so before we get into talking about your favourite artists, we're going to hear one of your songs first.
Yeah, sure.
So which one are we going to play first?
I'm going to play Hit the Drink. It's my favourite song from my album that I've recorded. It's the one that's been mostly produced, and I just enjoy it every time I play it.
Brilliant, so let's hear a clip.
I never really want to go back home. I want to spend my life all alone. I'm getting shouted at by you know. I hit the drink, I hit the bottle to get away from you. Early morning and I'm knocking on that door. Leave now, baby, I cannot take anymore.
Okay, so that was Hit the Drink by Joey Wylde. So first of all, before we recruit our band members, let's talk a little bit about your influences growing up. So what kind of bands were in the house when you were a kid?
Well, the band that was playing in the house when I was younger was Queen. They're probably the biggest influence for me. I don't remember. My parents told me when I was 2. My granddad used to play the Queen Greatest Hits video on VCR. I'd be jumping around on the bed, singing Radio Gaga, do all the Freddie Mercury moves. So that's probably the biggest influence for me, definitely Queen.
Brilliant. I think every house had that Greatest Hits album as
the,
well.
The blue album with the gold on the front.
Yes,
Fantastic.
Greatest Hits 1, Greatest Hits 2.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking the other day, actually, you can tell people's age by kind of what format you had that on. So was that CD you were playing?
CD.
Okay.
It was on CD
you're a
and
youngster.
VCR. We had the video,
I
so
used to
just
watch
played through. And And when it got to Innuendo, you used to just sit and watch because it was just like, this is incredible. What is going on here?
Amazing
it was
song.
brilliant.
Amazing song. Okay, so that's a little bit about the growing up kind of influences. So let's pick our first member of the band. We're going to start at the back, the heart of the band, the drummer.
Okay.
Who have you got on drums and why?
On drums, I have Matt Flynn from Maroon 5. Maroon 5, fantastic band. Absolutely love Maroon 5. Matt Flynn wasn't the original drummer of Maroon 5. The first album, Songs About Jane, he had an accident and hurt his hand so he couldn't play drums, and Matt Flynn came in for the live tour of that album. The reason I've chosen him is there's one song in particular that does it for me that I've listened to live, and it's a song called Harder to Breathe. The drive on that song is incredible, but to see how he plays so quick, but yet have that thump when it goes forward, it's just fantastic. And I love that song, and that's why I chose this guy, because he's incredible. He's fantastic, and he's so quick.
Good
and
choice.
That's what I want.
I'll have to admit, I like Maroon 5 as well. A lot of people don't, do they? But I really like it.
Did you know I like early Maroon 5?
Yeah.
The new stuff with all the synths, it's okay, but early Maroon 5 is, I love early Maroon 5.
I don't really hear anything after 2005 anyway, so I mean, that's great. Okay, good choice. So we started.
Yes.
The drummer, what's his name again?
It is Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn.
Yes.
Oh, wow, never heard of him, but he's in the band.
Yeah. Do you know what? I approached this thinking, I'll probably pick Roger Taylor. But no, I've thought outside the box. I've got to not just go to my go-tos. Like, I've really studied this. Yeah.
And you want a certain style for your band
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Brilliant. So let's complete the rhythm section while we're talking about this. Let's talk about your bass player.
Bass player is an absolute master in the world of bass. It's Nathan East.
Ooh, never heard of him.
Nathan East played with Eric Clapton. He's played with Daft Punk. He's played with Phil Collins. He was actually him, Bailey, and Phil Collins composed Easy Lover, which is one of my favourite songs. You need a master of music in there. I think that is him for me. You need that musicianship within a band. So he's probably someone who can orchestrate as you play. So yeah, he's incredible. Definitely him.
Good choice.
Definitely.
You've really surprised me
Have
picking
I?
him. Really surprised me.
Really?
Lots of I remember lots of in the 80s and like early 90s. There's loads of charity gigs with really big lineups.
Yeah.
And he was always on the bass, wasn't he?
He played with, I think, Kenny Loggins for Live Aid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So good.
Good choice. Well, that's a good rhythm section.
Yeah.
So Matt
great.
Flynn
Yeah.
and Nathan East.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Next then, we're going to talk about your second song. So what's the second song you'd like to play?
The second song I'd like to play is probably the next single that will be released. It's called Love You Want.
Let's hear it.
I want to know why, no matter how hard I try, why you wanna be with me. I never go far, selling songs on my guitar, and it's the world you wanna see. The sun will shine now that you're in my life, and if it's love you want, and I'm the man that will go the distance. Love you want, and I'm the guy that will always listen.
Okay, and that was Love You Want by Joey Wylde. We're back with Joey. So far we've got our bass player and our drummer.
Yes.
Before we move on to the other members of the band, we've talked about who you liked as a child.
Yeah, sure.
Is there any kind of more artists you've discovered later in life?
For me, Maroon 5, Jason Mraz is a big influence on me later on. I think when I went in recording the album, I had to think, don't sing like Jason Mraz, because I was doing that so much, and the way I was writing songs started to become very Mrazzy, and people would say to me, oh, that song's great. And when I was in the studio, I did a song called Distracting Me with horns and saxophone, and as soon as we finished the session, the sax player came out and went, oh, that's brilliant. That really sounds like a Butterfly by Jason Mraz. So I've really had to stop that and just move away from that. But he's a huge inspiration for me. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think Adam Levine, his voice is insane. His guitar playing is insane. And another big band for me that I listen to now a lot is Squeeze. I never used to when I was little. My mum says to me, we used to listen to Squeeze a lot in the car, but I don't remember because I was so young. Yeah. But Squeeze are absolutely brilliant. Glenn Tilbrook for me is one of the most underrated guitarists in the world, not just the UK.
Same with me with Squeeze, actually.
Yeah,
I only got into them. I think I knew one song when in my late teens.
Yeah.
And it was a single in '95. That's why it was. But I didn't know of their back catalogue.
Yeah.
And then when you suddenly go back into what a great band.
They're amazing storytellers.
Yeah. If anyone mentions Squeeze on this podcast, you get a prize.
Oh,
so,
do I?
I don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
We'll see what the budget is. Right. This is another question. Now, I don't really believe in this as a general rule.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know what they call it, guilty pleasure. Personally, I'm not guilty of liking any band, to be honest. But what's the band that you really love, but you people frown upon it?
People frown upon it. S Club 7.
Oh, see, there's no shame in that.
There's no shame in S Club 7.
Good choice.
They went to them live a couple of years ago. Absolutely incredible. Rachel Stevens singing Natural is one of the best moments I'll ever remember. Although, did go to watch Westlife a couple of weeks ago. Every song, an absolute hit. They were brilliant.
You can't argue, really.
You can't at all. I was up dancing, singing.
Whether you like them or not, they deliver, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Next, we're going to talk about the keyboard stroke rhythm guitarist. So I didn't want this a bigger band, so you can have one or the other.
One or the other?
Yeah.
I'm going to have keyboard.
Okay.
I think you're going to like my answer.
Go.
Steve Large.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Plays with Squeeze. I seen him with Caro Emerald at the Villa. And I think is he Beautiful South
Yeah,
as
he plays
well?
with Paul Heaton and Jack
Yeah.
Rabbit, yeah.
He's so lively on stage. He plays with his feet. He jumps up and down. And he just looks like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
He's one of them. I think he's one of the people that I'd make best friends with in
Yeah.
the band and go for a drink with after the gig. So he's really cool.
Brilliant.
Really
That's
cool
a good
guy.
choice. Yeah, because he actually produced some of the Paul Heaton songs as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's
Fantastic.
you can see he's in nearly every band you watch. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
he's really in demand, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Good choice.
It's good. It was weird seeing him with Caro Emerald, and then looking on Facebook later on, and in the promo pictures for Squeeze, it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
so good.
Now this is the big one. This is apart from the lead singer who you're going to duet with later.
Yeah.
This is the lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist.
Yeah. So
Do you know what? I've thought about this, and it's been really hard not to just go Brian May.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually gone for a bit of an unknown. I'm big into watching YouTube at the moment. Love YouTube. And there's a band called Noah Guthrie Band. Quite Americana, quite country rock. Noah Guthrie, if you don't know him, he was in Glee and then went and did American Idol. And he's got this amazing blues voice. And I was touring. And his guitarist called Rhett Shull does podcasts and YouTube. And I've really been watching him the past month or two. Watching how he builds his rig and how he plays. And I think that Americana blues and tone I've really, really enjoyed listening to. So for me, I've gone for Rhett Shull of the Noah Guthrie Band.
Wow.
He's brilliant.
I'd have put a million people before that if I was choosing who you'd choose. So that's good.
Sure,
yeah, you surprised me there again.
It's with when I was putting together the band. It's like I've said. I didn't want to go to the go-to right.
Yeah.
This, and this. I really thought about it and really thought about my music. And again, cool guy. Go for a beer with him.
So we've nearly got the whole band together. Before
Yes.
we announce your singer, well, you're the singer, but the singer's going to duet with you.
Yeah.
Let's hear another one of your songs. What's the song?
The next song we're going to listen to is Distracting Me, which I feel this band that I've made would be fantastic playing. It's a funky, really upbeat tune, saxophone, horns. Yeah, Distracting Me.
Let's hear it.
There's this girl by me, and I check to see if her eyes are blue when she's checking out me. Since the day I learned to ride a bike, I had the gift to rock a dance floor up all night. Comes over in high heel shoes, trying to talk to me cause I'm singing the blues. Hey girl, you know you're out of sight. I think my rocking's on hold tonight. I'm singing, hey girl, yeah, you're distracting me. Hey girl, yeah, you're distracting me. Hey, never thought I'd be blind to see. I can't concentrate.
So that was Joey's third song for today, Distracting Me. Before we go on to our lead singer, to duet with you in the band, your songwriting partner, who's your kind of, your favourite songwriter, and who would you love to write a song with?
I would probably say Chris Difford. I think with his songwriting experience, I think that would benefit me a lot, and I just quite like the style. It's Squeeze.
Yeah.
So I love that style. So Chris Difford, definitely.
Brilliant.
With a sprinkling of Mraz on top.
Nice. Imagine those two writing together. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Incredible. Yeah. One day I'll make that happen.
Brilliant.
Somehow. I'll tweet them both.
Definitely. I reckon you get Difford easy, but
yeah.
maybe not. Okay, so this is the final member of your band.
Yes.
Lead singer who's going to do a duet with you.
Yes.
So, who have you gone for your lead singer? Tell me a few near misses.
Near misses for me. So obviously, I would have gone Freddie. That's the easy option. Davy Knowles was another one.
Oh.
Yeah, because he threw a bit of lead in there as well. Yeah. But the one for me would be Jason Mraz.
Fantastic.
Definitely.
Okay.
Just to be next to him would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, Jason Mraz.
And you could sing each other's parts quite easy, couldn't you?
Quite easily, yeah.
Definitely.
I often think I'm Yours was written for me.
I do as well. I've only heard you sing it. I think I've heard Jason sing it about twice. Brilliant. Okay, so let's sum up the band then.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll go from the back.
Yeah.
So on drums you had
Matt Flynn from Maroon 5.
Brilliant. On bass,
Nathan East. Various artists.
Yep. On keyboard you had
Steve Large.
On lead guitar,
Rhett Shull from the Noah Guthrie Band.
Nice. And singing with you, which we all could have guessed,
is Jason Mraz.
Pretty good band.
Yeah.
And here's a little question for you. Now, don't worry about the size of the venue.
Yeah.
I want to know about where you would take this band and play.
Okay.
Now, it can be a favourite venue here.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be big or somewhere you've always dreamed of playing.
Yeah. You have, as a musician, in our craft, there's places you dream of, and then there's the places that are actually going to happen. So, like, the dreams are like Wembley. So, I'm not going to go for that because everyone's like, we'll do Wembley. Do you know what for me is? I've dreamt of this moment. It's going on a tour with this incredible band But then the last tour date, coming to the Villa Marina, coming home with that big band after a big tour, being home to do that one gig.
Awesome.
That'd be incredible.
Fantastic.
Or the Cavern Club.
Or like, yeah. That just popped into my head at the end. Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Right, so thanks for joining us today, Joey.
No worries, thank you for having me.
Thank you for playing some songs. Now, tell us where we can hear these songs.
The songs, I have 2 singles available at the moment to listen to on Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon Music. I think they're on Napster as well. Remember Napster?
Oh, is that still going?
Yeah, they're on there. Yeah, somehow. I think I clicked it when I put them on.
That used to be the thing that broke your computer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that
LimeWire?
LimeWire, yeah.
So yeah, they're available on there. One's called Hit the Drink, which you've heard, and the other song is called Little Danny Music, which is the first song I ever wrote. So yeah, it's quite cool.
Brilliant. Okay, so everyone can listen to them on those formats.
Yeah.
And that's great. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Cheers.